Alright guys, welcome back. This is now the third or fourth, anyways, I forgot where I'm at. But we are building the GTBS 2.0 for RPG Maker VXAce, and we were just looking through how to, I'm sorry, not how to, but looking at our base classes for Sprite Set Battle in order to determine whether or not we wanted to use the Sprite Set Battle for our scene for the GTBS, or whether or not we actually wanted to just use Sprite Set Map. Now, previously I had actually separated the GTBS version of the map from the Sprite Set Map, and the biggest reason behind that was because when you load the Sprite Set Map, it will then go through and create all of the events on the map. So what we need to do is we need to basically tell it, when you're in battle, don't do that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create an alias method to prevent it from doing that, and then we'll just go ahead and follow through the regular process. So our create sprite set is going to initialize the sprite set map rather than sprite set battle, as was done in the base battle system here under the create sprite set. So we're just going to again follow suit, pretty similar to the way it does that. So we're going to just say sprite set equals and set that equal to a new instance of sprite set map. Now Sprite Set Map has to know you're already in battle. Now we haven't defined that we're in battle yet, so we need to do that up here before we create the sprite set. Otherwise it will create a generic map with all of the base events and everything else on the map. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and enter down, and in the scene battle here, let's see where they actually did the battle manager reference. Let's just go ahead and search battle manager within here and find each of the references, and from that we should, what was it, start battle? Begin battle, something along those lines. Let's look it up real quick. Battle start, battle manager dot battle start. So come back over here inside of the scene battle dot battle start. Okay, that is part of the battle start command inside of here, which is called from post start, which is where it actually performs and starts the battle, of course, because then it's fully initialized, and otherwise it may have been like a silly cutscene or something, I guess. Seems kind of silly to me to put it right there, but I think we're going to actually move that. I think we're going to actually just name it something else. So the battle start is going to be where we display the message saying, okay, start battle. But I think we're going to actually take this method and we're going to split it apart into two, so that one will run the battle manager portion for create that, and then the other one to go ahead and process those other items. So we're going to take that, copy it, and we're just going to go ahead and put that right there. Now if you wanted to, you can go ahead and put that into a method. You could alias it, or you could do other things that are done before the sprite set is created. The good part of doing that is that then if other people want to modify your script and create add-ons for it, now they've got places to insert it to allow it to initialize their script before you fully get into motion, or likewise right after you do, so that then they can go back and modify it and say, well, rather than doing it this way, do it this way. So there is a little bit to that. So we're just going to call this init battle manager. Okay, manager. You know what? Let's actually do it in. What did it with underscores in between it like that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and create that method. Oops. And then inside of that, we're going to go ahead and copy down our battle manager battle start. Alright, so we don't need that up here anymore because we moved it down there. So it's going to run the battle start routine, which up here, I'm sorry, not right there, clear up here in the battle manager. Battle start is going to set the battle. It's going to pop up the message box and say, okay, here are your enemies. Or, I'm sorry, more accurately, not actually pop the message box, but set the text in there so that next time it updates, it can display that message. And then, of course, wait for message, which is going to call the update routine for the message window. So we should probably initialize our message window. Method, oh, that calls the method which we specified for the method for wait, which of course back here hasn't been specified yet, so that actually needs to move up to before that to say when you're waiting for a message, then come down here and wait for a message which says update basic effectively. So our create sprite set we've already handled. It's going to create the map, but then we need to go ahead and say sprite set dot and create battlers. Now the battlers, you know what, actually we're going to do that elsewhere. I think we're going to actually make a call to it otherwise and say add this battler as we initialize it. That way we can we'll already be using our own method, which we'll later get into, which is to insert new actors or enemies in the middle of battle. Since we need to be doing that anyways, we might as well just use the same method for all of them. So we create our sprite set, we create all our windows. So the question is, what windows do we need? Well, we need the actor command, we need the party command, we need the status window, we need the help window, we need the message window. We need quite a few different things. And even at that, the message window should also occur before that. Otherwise, it's not, well, it doesn't have to be there. It could be in here. But it has to be created before, of course, it can be updated, because if it doesn't exist, it will crash. And say that there is no method update for nil class, which is basically saying I can't perform an update, or I can't perform that method for something that doesn't exist. And now I'm getting low on battery as well. I'm probably going to be cutting this short here in a little bit, but let's go ahead and get a little bit more into it. So our create windows, we've got it down here. We'll actually start getting into that a little bit more, but for the time being, let's just go ahead and initialize a basic window. Let's just go ahead and say gold window. Why not, right? And so we are going to go ahead and say window gold window equals window gold dot new, and then of course we need our message window, and that needs to equal, and I'm going to assume window battle message, window, maybe just window message. Let's actually take a look at how they do it here. And they do, let's see, what was the name of the window again? Message window. Okay, copy that, come back up here, do a search, and then we're going to put an equal sign, and that is done during create message window, which is the very first thing done under create that. So let's just go ahead and copy that, And we're going to go ahead and put that right here. And then we're going to go ahead and call that method rather than doing it all there.